All right, so this week is going to be all about the UC, so let's go ahead and jump in to get started. So as we talked about in week 1, is this not moving forward? There we go. There are 9 campuses that you can transfer to as an undergrad, with UC Davis being the #1 for Santa Rosa Junior College students. So it's followed by Berkeley and Santa Cruz, and those kind of flip-flop from year to year. But the majority of our students are staying in the north. It doesn't mean that students aren't going to the south or aren't being admitted. They definitely are, but the majority of our students like to stay, closer to home. So that 10th campus is UC San Francisco, and remember, it is primarily med-based programs for graduate school. So the University of California opened in 1869 with only 10 faculty and 38 students. So very small compared to what it is today with over 280,000 students and 2 million living alumni. So also a very huge system, just like the CSUs. It's part of California's Master Plan for Education. And so it's the primary state-supported academic research institution. So the UC faculty are required to do research. As an undergrad student, you will also do research. Every UC has an undergraduate office of research, and so you can go to that office to get assistance with, finalizing your research project, whatever it might be. And the UCs have jurisdiction in public higher education for doctoral degrees. There are some joint programs between the CSUs and the UCs, but the UCs where you're going to find the law school, the med school, vet med, that type of thing. So let's talk about minimum transfer eligibility requirements. Just like with the CSU, you're going to need 60 UC transferable units. So any course at SRJC numbered 1 to 47 is going to meet admissions requirements. It also includes any course that's been renumbered to be one of those C1000 courses. So it might be C1001, C1005. Any of those are also going to be UC transferable. A course numbered in 48 or 49 is a transfer course, but it doesn't count for admission. So you wouldn't count that special studies class as part of your 60 units. And the UC will accept 70 transferable units towards the degree. So just like with the CSU, you can have more than the 70, but only 70 are going to count towards the 120 for the bachelor's degree. For the GE requirements, if you attended SRJC prior to fall of 25, you would complete IGETC. If you are brand new in fall of 2025, you're going to complete CalGETC. And we say that you typically do this if you're in a low unit major. It doesn't mean that a high unit major or a major in STEM can't finish a GE sheet, but you have to be careful because like the College of Engineering for UC Berkeley, they actually don't accept IGETC or CalGETC. They want you to finish GE with them. So you have to do that research. You don't want to be wasting your time. If you don't finish a GE sheet, then you have to have 7 UC transferable GE courses, 2 courses in English, 1 math class, and 4 additional courses from at least 2 areas. So if you're a bio major, you're going to have plenty of courses in the physical and biological sciences area. And so you would then need 1 class either in the arts and humanities or the social and behavioral sciences section, okay? If you had AP and you took AP English Lang and AP English Lit, only one of those can count towards the English composition requirement. So keep that in mind, okay? The minimum GPA is a 2.4 for California residents to be admitted to a UC, and that's actually quite low. You might see that at UC Merced, UC Santa Cruz for some majors. They'll admit there. The other UCs have said it's more for the student who maybe went to school 10 years ago and maybe got a lot of C's and they can't repeat those courses. And so that's bringing their GPA down. UCLA and UC Berkeley said they still would not admit at a 2.4. So keep that in mind. All right, so the realistic transfer selection criteria is that you have your 60 units completed You have lower division major prep done. That is really important. So what you see on Assist, the UCs want you to have that done. They want you to come to them ready to go into your upper division courses as a junior. GE requirements done or admissions requirements depending on your major, if it's a low unit or high unit major, and then at least a 3.0 for California residents. All right, so your highest priority should be completing those courses for your major. So if you don't know your major yet, that's okay. But the sooner you know the major, the sooner you can start working on major prep and overlapping with the GE. So if you're a psych major, your intro to psych class can count for GE and for your major, okay? The longer you take, just know that then that could be the longer that you stay here, or if you change your major. So I spoke to a student yesterday who's been a psych major, and he told me he actually is now changing to biology. So because of that, he's going to need a different set of courses. He's going to need the full bio sequence. He's going to need some chem. He's going to need, some calc. So it changes his plan and the amount of time he's now going to be required to stay here. Keep in mind that GE, completion of a GE sheet, the CalGETC or the iGETC, is not required for admissions, but it is required to graduate from a UC. And if you want to earn an associate's degree, then you also have to have a GE sheet completed. I just want to state this in case you've heard it. Majors in the College of Letters and Sciences at UC Berkeley used to have iGETC completed. Now, as of fall of 2025, so students who started at Berkeley this year do not have to have the GE sheet completed. So that's no longer the case. So if you know somebody who went, or you've heard that from somebody, that rule has changed. They like it to be done, but it's no longer a requirement for admissions. Okay, I think that's our last slide. Yes. So we will continue on with more information about the UCs, but that just gives you an overview.